Gentlemen in the mix.
Hey traders, welcome to the stream, Tuesday stream, where Bitcoin buyers defended the key level for now. Heart line of the channel is being tested. We got as high as $61,600, down about 1,000 off the highs. Can y'all hear me? Is the stream on? Really hard workout today. Just repping 225 on bench, man. So I'm just like spacey. Sorry, I gotta get this Discord link. Yeah, join the Discord if you haven't. If you're in here and you're not in it, there are reasons to join. Anyway, so cool on Bitcoin being up 2% today. I mean, it's nice to have this, but it's just the beginning, and it may not even be real. Like, you know, they clearly have defended it, but it's like, what kind of follow through will we receive? Have market participants seen this? And the greater hands say, yeah, that's true. Formal bullish back test of key level that was recently violated. Reconfirmed as support. All right, mark it up, man. Fine. Break the heart line. Break the 200-day moving average. Take us on up back to 66.7. Top of the channel. Go ahead. We're waiting. So until there's follow through, it's really hard to say, but it is certain that this has occurred for now, right? Okay, like today we're here. It's August 13th. This bullish back test is valid until that level breaks, and it could be tomorrow. We just don't know, right? So you want to see some follow through here. You want to see some really nice green candles in the coming days off of this. It would be like the first variable seen that would imply anything positive for Bitcoin, technically speaking. Where all we've seen is the lowest low, the lowest high, the lower high than the previous high, or the lower low than the previous low, the lower highs that are lower than the highest high, just a bunch of lower lows, lower highs for going on 5 months, right? So maybe we get a higher low, a bullish back test of key level. That's one thing, but there are many other things that must happen next if you want to feel better about Bitcoin. So, yeah, wish there was more positive stuff to discuss, but there could be. And this would be the snowflakes that caused the avalanche, hopefully. Okay. Ethereum performed pretty well. I mean, you know, the engulfing candle from August 8th is still valid. You got an engulfing candle yesterday, near even on the day, underperforming Bitcoin today. But it had been outperforming the past couple days, I guess. You do kind of have a valid three rising methods. Yeah, you kind of do. So anyway, I mean, yeah, like at this point, would you be, or anyone in the world be surprised if market participants took the price of Ethereum back to $2,900 that was so clearly and undeniably from April all the way to July, support, 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 support. If they flipped it to resistance, just to confirm, okay, that's $200 from here. It would kind of be a little surprising and ridiculously bearish if we didn't get a check back, if we didn't get something like this, at least that. They got to find out, man, because when you broke it, there was no formal confirmation. It was just a clean break and straight down to the next levels. So yeah, I think there's maybe a little bit more upside on Ethereum just for the test. But on the daily, clearly no forms of local confirmation, no accumulation. The lowest low we've seen pretty much since the beginning of the year. Not much to write home about yet. Yeah, there was like a X, A, B, C, D, like a nice crab pattern that completed there. Hey, fine. Go back on down to 2,100 eventually. Give me a second test and give me a type 2 return of the bullish crab pattern. You're just looking for a confirmation on everything. It's always better. It's always best. It always increases your chances of a more pronounced move after the confirmation low or high. Oh yeah, I forgot. We didn't go to Bitcoin dominance. Let's take a look at that. Yeah, you figure the past few days underperforming, and then today, nice green candle. Whatever, you know, like, in fact, like, recaptured the high from April 13th. All right. Riveting. I don't know, we haven't looked at Ethereum to Bitcoin maybe in like a few days. We should take a look. Yeah, of course. Yeah, they rally. You know how many rallies? Countless rallies. Countless rallies we've seen on Ethereum to Bitcoin. Just get another loser rally working on the lowest high seen in years. Right now. I mean, they could take this thing to 4.9 million sats or whatever just to test it. But they're not. All they're doing is like testing this May 16th low as resistance. It's so bad. What a trend though. Flip this chart over. What an ungodly trend. Oh, wait a second. I've seen this episode before. Oh, it's the Bitcoin dominance Wyckoff accumulation chart. Got it. Get wrecked, Ethereum. Get wrecked. BNB up 1.25% today. Okay, up above 500. I'm a pretty happy man. They got it above 500 still, even after that bearish and golden candle a couple days ago. That was pretty scary. They closed it at 502, but look, now you're back above it. A lot of just oscillating price below the 200 moving average still, but there's still that idea for the potential bullish dragon. Potential. If it was real, we would know with a neckline, or sorry, a supply line breaking. That'd be the spine of the dragon. So still valid. I mean, until you're really breaking below that $500 level. So interesting here. Like, if Bitcoin could just stop being a loser, this could play out wonderfully. And the target would take it to 691.80 actually to the cent. The 88% retrace to complete a bearish shark pattern. It would be a dream, but hey man, we don't expect anything here. No expectations. People yesterday were like, man, this level's not going to hold. This 57.5, 58.4 is not going to. It's like, dude, you just, even if it's bad, crappy price, you just don't know until they truly break it with follow through. And they didn't do that yet. Even though they could, you just still are testing the 60,800 level. What's up, chat? Over Shrimp, Michael Mike. Thanks for the really kind words. Hiking Ashai. Go Green, Brad. Over Shrimp. So Wayne Batson. Graphics, Jesus Man. Elliot. Birdhouse. Mike D. Alex. Hamza. We got a lot of people. Mike McCarthy's here. Of course, the peoples, the TA respecters, as we congregate most of the time to just try to find structural developments. That's not how it's supposed to be used. I don't know why it's lasting that long. Weird. Thank you for the hat. Hat with hat, bro. Okay, BNB Solana up 0.62%. Really neutral right now. I mean, I love it, but I just can't see a world where Bitcoin's just going to break down and we're going to 52K and we're screwed. That Solana holds up here, but doing better than the rest. It's just you just, it's sticking in my craw. The structure here, and until we're breaking 191, 198, I'm not able to feel too great yet. Like, if you break 191, 198 soon, all right, I feel a lot better. I just, that form of confirmation once and then twice, shooting star, takes you back to support, but they held it again. So it's just, you're starting to become maybe more neutral instead of big time bullish on Solana. And there will be criteria that needs to be met to be able to be full on bullish again. And again, it's all about like maybe taking out 191 for real to invalidate the confirmation high, the confirmation that there are less market participants involved with Solana in May and July than we had in March and April. So a little more neutral, but extremely strong either way. You just know I'm saying like a Bitcoin's not able to, if this is like, oh yeah, the sellers still have complete and utter control of this market, Solana's going lower, man. It's just the reality. Hey man, I'm wearing the wind pads and that screenshot of that. Sorry. I'm not sure how I'm supposed to respond to these sometimes, so thanks, dude. All right, let's go to XRP. Whatever, just okay. Heart rate monitor. I don't know why we look at this anymore. I mean, high or low again. Holding above the 200, holding above 54.6 cents. Did not make a higher high locally. In fact, technically made a lower high than previous high. I mean, in all regards, right? The wick was lower and the candle close was lower. So it's like double tap. Well, not until you make a lower low. So yeah, you're above some levels, but whatever, man. You're going to hold XRP. You're just holding it. You're not really worried about structures here. You're just holding it and praying that something changes. Accumulation, bro. Accumulation. Sure. I mean, yeah. Okay. This one's just like, I don't know. Like I just come to this every stream and I just look at it and my eyes glaze over. I'm just like, all right, cool. Awesome. Do want to look at one that I've been kind of pinging people on that's just kind of nothing to do with it being a good asset, nothing to do with it being what its trend analysis is. I'm just looking at it for the sheer educational aspects. There's a chance for me potentially to help people that are viewing this content right now, so they can, it strengthens their, I don't know, their knowledge of trading and what you're supposed to do. And this is such a loser, dude, okay? But you, like, again, for the sake of education, forget the context. Oh my God. Forget the context for a moment, even though you should never forget the context. We know this is an effing loser, joke, scam, dash. But there was a range that was manufactured in June of 2023. You have been stuck within it for over a year now. And they just broke that range like the loser it is. July 6th, August 5th. Okay. But again, education. So you're thinking about always trying to think about charts as like the psychology of buyers and sellers, not just a bunch of green and red candles. It's people, it's buyers and sellers doing things. And it's like what happened on Dash was the sellers really did do the thing. They broke this range bearishly once. But then there was such a lack of asks, so much demand that the buyers immediately recaptured the level, and then the second time immediately recaptured it. So it's like, okay, now we have this local confirmation one time, two times. So it's like normally on the second local low after a failure, that's a great spot to construct a trading plan. Where you understand, right? They just failed twice, so they'll probably relent. And so you're also at a point where you have, if this really did accentuate that the sellers have failed to break the range, and now you're at the very bottom of the range, and more buyers come in, you have maximum upside potential because you're at the bottom of the range. So easy to set up stop losses, easy to understand why an entry here would make sense on an asset that maybe had better context or whatever, and very easy to target for the upside. Right? It's such a no-brainer. It's a textbook range-bound trade setup idea. It doesn't matter if I'm looking at Dash, Pundicoin, loser, scam, jokes, or if I'm looking at gold or NVDA or Google or the friggin' Japanese yen, US dollar, Australian dollar, friggin' British pound. It doesn't matter. It's all universal stuff. So range bound trading 101, this is what you want to see. You want to either, okay, fine, double bottom this time, confirmation low. You could have had an inverse head and shoulders down here. You could have had a sitting triangle, anything down here. As long as the sellers fail a couple times and the buyers just start recapturing it, that's where you strike. I'm not saying that one should strike Dash right now because just of the the situation on Bitcoin is, it's cool that we got one little piece of data that's not near enough yet. One piece of data that might indicate, hey, we're showing accumulation, bullish back test, reconfirmed. All right. But no higher highs yet, even on the 4 hour. Still below the 200-day moving average, right? Still it's too much uncertainty on Bitcoin. That's what makes this one tougher because if Bitcoin's going to roll over after making this lower high, it is so done, Dash. This whole argument collapses below $23. You can also look at it there was a supply line that was kind of broken, right? You can see it. There's just what makes the most sense here. What makes the most sense is candle close, wick, or not. I don't know, we could just make it where the wicks connect to the wicks and you've really broken out then. If you do it like that, of course. If you do it like that, the original anchor points of this trend line, 1 time, 2, 3, 4-ish, and then it rolled over. On the second failure from sellers to break the trading range, they back tested the supply line as a demand line. So jumped across a creek, someone could say. And this could be accumulation with the spring action. So I'm not saying go long on Dash. It's showing an edge on the RSI. Really nice bullish divergence on the second Valley Class B bullish divergence. I'm not saying to long it. I'm not saying this is going to play out. I'm not saying we're going to $38, $40. But this is how, if you apply what I'm trying to teach right here, this is why you can make money and at the same time not know where an asset is going next, having that mentality. So flip the chart over, same situation where it's dang, man. The buyers just tried to break out into price discovery, but they failed not once but twice. And there's bearish divergence on the RSI, max downside potential. Yeah, whatever. It's a joke, scam coin. No one cares about Dash, but it's great educational moment for us. Okay. Unfortunately, there's just not much out there in crypto. There are some all-time low bullish dragons, like EOS. Okay, major effing loser, scam, joke, keychain losers. All-time lows. Still below the most recent all-time low from August 2023. They might have tested it at the highs today. Supply line. But you can see the recognizable, discernible pattern. The dragon. The head, the foot, the hump, the second foot, the spine. Potential dragon. Because they have not breached the supply line, which would give us a confirmed bullish dragon. But again, it's just one of those premature wave structures that eventually turns into a bearish harmonic, and you run up to the 200-day moving average, run up to close to 83 cents again, 886, and it just turns into something like this. And then, okay, so you get a rally on an effing joke, loser, scam, and it puts in its lowest high in human history at 84 cents. Okay, That all is par for the course. That's fine. So I'm not saying like time to take action on these S coins. They are losers, man. They're big scam losers. There's so much opportunity in the stock market, whatever. But I'm just trying to update you maybe on the situation here. Okay. Oh, well, like Filecoin, dude. Same little dragon, loser dragon. It's like, hey man, you're the fattest stupid dragon. You're like Dumbo for dragons, you know, after hitting like the all-time low support. But there's divergence. It's just, where's the performance? When breakout, you know, when breakout to take us to the lowest high of new downtrend, 886 up here. Sorry, got people grocery shopping, and of course, there's a problem. Okay, yeah, that's kind of what we got. Some Hopium dragons across the market. All right, nothing really great. Hope it plays out for everyone, but it'll probably just manifest into a lower high than the previous high. But it'll be deep retrace. People could make some good money on the run. Just crappy conditions. Okay, all right. Anyway, switch gears to the S&P 500 that did some things. Gap fill achieved. Jesus chimes for that. Pretty much at close today. You can see there's another gap to be filled at all-time highs around 565. This is typical price action after a really nasty drawdown in a short period of time. The attempted rally from market participants. Right? I mean, after the S&P 500 lost about 10% of its value in 20 days. You know, and then the crescendo of it all was when the VIX spiked to 65 for the first time since March, April of 2020. And it's been max bidded since then, recapturing the overhead resistance from early April, late March, and you're just going for it. You just don't know where this will conclude. There was nothing really indicating a good reversal was impending on the 5th of August. This is just how it goes. You don't have an edge. You're just at the casino. You're at the S&P casino. They could run it up. Let's just see what type of price action we get, because that's really important. Are we going to make a lower high here?
Tau. On
Are we going to make a higher high? How far is this going to take us?
Looking to short this to zero, but it's currently at weekly support. Looking for a good entry, maybe after we a BTC pump.
Thanks to Bob Bowie, by the way. John, dude, thank you for the 28 pounds, mate. Be careful over there, dude. They're going to put you in jail for super chatting me, okay? We can look at your Tau coin, all right? Yeah, in the casino, coin flip. We're getting a reflexive rally here. No idea when it's going to conclude, but that's going to be a piece of data that we're waiting for, okay? It's going to be the same across the index funds. Dow Jones, a rally that we're not even done. I mean, up 1%, but we're waiting for, like, if they broke this key zone here, 39.8 to 40K, you think a check back, a bearish back test would occur. Kind of like Ethereum, right? They're going to run it up. You'll see. Let's see if what was once resistance is regarded as resistance again. There was no edge. All you had was, it got near maybe a demand line before it rallied. They have officially filled the gap today from August 2nd. Nice. Kind of an unfilled gap around $40,360. So another gap up there. So we're just continuing to rally. Guess what, though? They're kind of trying to put in the high.
In jail. Right away. No trial, no nothing. Right to jail. Right away.
That's a very, very interesting British accent I've never heard before. Oh, wait. I guess, like, not going to be a British English country for much longer anyway. So, yeah, that sounds like probably someone that is from England now.
Just close the fucking door. Close the door.
Get wrecked, dude. New World Order. World Economic Forum. You're done, dude. No guns. Good luck. You're not beating that. You're not beating that tyranny as they step on your face. The boot of tyranny steps on your face forever now. You're done. You chose it. Yeah, big boy Garms in my live chat talking about things he doesn't know anything about. Yeah, you're all for it, aren't you, dude? Yeah, you're all for this erasure of sovereign nations' cultures. You're not my friend at all. Anyone who's like against national sovereignty, cultural sovereignty, you're not my friend at all. I don't like you. NASDAQ, beautiful gap up, bullish Marabazoo today, and official gap fill. So kind of like double Jesus chimes. But the unfortunate occurrence is you have created a gap to the downside. There are more gaps. They are plotted. One filled yesterday, a new one presented today. One filled yesterday, one filled today, a new one created today, and now we have another one at 18,000, another one at 18,500. So the highest low in the history of the NASDAQ was put in at the bottom, as you saw the NASDAQ fall below the 200-day simple moving average for the first time since October 2023, almost a year. And really just, again, there wasn't really a form of exhaustion from sellers. This is just a reaction. This is what you get, an attempted rally after a sell-off, and we're going to see what they're made of. How deep will it go? Will it be a lower high when it concludes? How many gaps will fill? Even if all the gaps fill, it could still end up being a lower high at the top. So you should pay attention to that. Just they're not showing anything that's... I mean, there was a triple bearish divergence up here, and that played out wonderfully with that. What was it? It was 10% on the S&P in 20 days, and then it was... on the NASDAQ, a almost 16% drawdown in 25 days. You can thank NVIDIA and the Mag 7 for the recovery today. They drove things hardcore. Russell 2000 ETF, the IWM, highest daily candle close confirmed today since August 2nd. And just up against, you think 209, 213 are going to be tested. There's an unfilled gap at 216.82. All valid candidates for where this could run to. Potentially hidden bullish divergence, kind of. Maybe Class C hidden bullish divergence. Not very strong, but they tested the 200 simple moving average at the bottom for the first time since December 2023. And it's crazy. I mean, like the SPY and the NASDAQ, I think they did the same thing. It was the same type of price action at that No, it was the NASDAQ. Or it must be the NASDAQ futures if it's not the NASDAQ. Yeah, like crazy how... Yeah, it's NASDAQ futures, dude. That was even crazier than the NASDAQ. Look at this. The first formal test, the first formal confirmed candle close below the 200-day simple moving average on the NASDAQ futures since really like March of 2023, so well over a year. And they closed it, and then the next day, reversal. And now we're up 0.1% on the futures. The key inflection point it was recaptured and even formally back tested. It was once resistance, it was support. It is now support again, and they're kind of running it up. Unfilled gap on NASDAQ futures around $19,800. Okay. Let's go to gold real quick. Got to, man. As they have rebroken the trading range high, they've run it up to this local 2,500 level. And it's 2480s. I don't know. They're just... the most recent discernible piece of data we've received, or two pieces of data, would be the highest lows in the history of gold's chart. And a run, and yesterday, I guess it'd be 2 days ago now officially, gold's price reopens at 6 p.m. Eastern. So anyway, 2 days ago, the highest candle close ever on gold. and today nothing burger, indecision candle, and whatever. So still very elevated, amongst its highest levels in the history of golds. Silva underperforming miserably to gold. I'm not sure. It might just be a corrective. I don't know how could we maybe like this, and we anchor. Oh, if we anchor this up top, then we have a heartline support many times. So this is maybe how it could be going on silver, just in a correction and below the heartline, as it had been below the heartline. I know you can't have this heartline without this data, but this is kind of like, all right, we're gonna look at it like this now. Makes sense for sure. So give me a confirmation low. Give me a double bottom or something. First level of positive momentum on the new day, which may not last. It just opened since July 17th. Nothing really here yet, that we maybe dragon stuff. 12-hour. Yeah, bullish divergence. Yeah, you have kind of a dragon, but again, like dragons and downtrends, look at that. The supply line, you're kind of like right at it. You're like testing it, and you have not broken it yet. 1 foot, the second foot with the seller exhaustion. It's really nice. That's specimen RSI divergence. Gotta love that. So the 12 hours kind of telling you of a more pronounced reversal, but you haven't gotten it yet. You haven't even broken the supply line here. So, but yeah, this could turn into higher prices if gold continues. Sure. Just underperforming bad. U.S. oil real quick, that has kind of turned things around. It's kind of more neutral because they were putting in these lower highs, and it's like, what? Lower highs and then rolling over, but then the buyers came in on this third valley and then just confirmed it. Like, oh, the third major valley has a form of confirmation. And now you're back above key levels. You're back above the 200 simple moving average on the daily. That's really good. I mean, this all of a sudden like turned around real fast, where it's like, man, that classic accumulation stuff is valid, very valid. So we could be seeing, if this plays out the way we're looking at it, then we could be looking at way higher U.S. oil until we see the price of U.S. oil just fall back below 75.25, falls back below these local lows, then it's valid. But when it does that, if it did just start crashing and fell below 72.70, 72.50, then you say it's all invalid. That's when the argument for accumulation starts getting wrecked. And it's just not there. John Dude, you wanted OM, not Tau. Mantra Dow. 2 hour. Mo collections. Dang, that's an insignificant time scale. It's just hard to have confidence in a 2 hour structure, Sorry, we kind of went there. G-Dog's chat's getting blocked. Really? There's no way that's real. Oil stocks, yeah, like not chip flipper, yeah, they're not really looking good. There were like 2 of them that looked okay, but ExxonMobil, as you saw today, another 3 failures at a key resistance. Like, man, when do the buyers just give up? And then Valero, okay, it was looking okay, and now it's like, oh, big red candle today on a really good macro day. That's what's bad. And now just so close to invalidating that potential little drag-in or whatever, that low confirmation low at key levels. It's kind of just like the weakness. Like, why is it oil stocks looking weak? See, it was those 2 that were kind of okay, and then the rest of them looked really bad. Like Occidental there was nothing to ride home about on Occidental lately at all. Okay, so let's look at the Mag 7 real quick. It's kind of what we do after we looked at a few commodities. Just want to see the big gainer, of course, was NVIDIA. Have we put in the highest low in the history of NVIDIA, really? I mean, I get it. There's this low from June 24th, but like, you know, the major retrace, a deep one, that's probably a 65% retrace from this low to high. Again, you didn't have an edge on the recovery. You had a nice, maybe a little back test of resistance as support on the 8th, and you just and kind of ripping and roaring. You created a gap today that's going to fill at some point, 109.15. And now approaching 118.06 again. If they break that, well, that's when you're thinking you got more targets. If you break 118, your next target's 126.44.32. It's the gap fill. The gap fill, right? Yeah, they're attempting a rally. So you really, on this rally, you do not want to see it stall out and make a lower high than the high we saw July 11th, because that was a lower high than the highest high we've ever seen, June 20th. So you don't want a third, like a 1/2/3 high lower than the previous. But what a day, up 0.46% after hours, 118.06 on deck. No forms of confirmation locally, no structures really that are great. Really hard to see. Maybe if you get more candles. I mean, someone could say dragon, foot, hump, second foot. That's really tough. There was nice divergence on the 4 hour. That's about it. So just running. All right, nice. So Tesla up 5.2%, and I'm kind of getting happy again about Tesla. Buyers recaptured the 200-day simple moving average on this date. They did that with a close today. What they also do, they rebroke this old supply line. I haven't touched it, just left it here. It's been here. It's been regarded very well outside of that April 23rd earnings stuff, and then when it broke out for the trade setup. But I think the trend is reversing, right? We had ideas that maybe things are shifting, like there's now more than before. And a key 182 was back tested again, defended. The bids came in maximum, and now you're just right between the 182 and 209 level. Look what you're doing, straight up and down. And if they break 209, 232, you break 232, easy gap fill at 245.92, then 260 after that, the third target of that trade setup. So here's a low, here's a high. Here's your higher low than your previous low with confirmation. Here's your higher high than the previous high. Here's your higher low than your previous low. Trend is reversing, because I'm able to say it more than once. Trend reversal, Tesla ongoing. This is our newest piece of information or data, the higher low, what we needed desperately. Okay, Tesla could be a good long-term play down here. It really could. Like the trade setup's going to be a trade setup. You know, the chapter concluded and it reversed, but dang man, they put in a higher low than before, and now it's consecutive. Okay, we got less than 15 minutes now till your daily candle close across the crypto sphere. If you're enjoying the coverage of the markets, hit that like button, that bell, that sub. Thank you for being here. If you are here, join the Discord if you haven't. It's pinned in the chat, the live chat. Let's go to Meta, that is the strongest of all of them. And this is why. We've been discussing this. Like, after all that carnage, 65 VIX, doesn't matter. 454 Stonewall. Sellers can't do crap. Max bid again. Not once, but twice. Oh, forms of confirmation? Yes, sir, madam. Your highest low ever, really. And so running up, highest daily candle close confirmed on Meta since July 10th. No other asset that is considered Mag 7. No one could say that. Highest close since then. None of them. They're all so far below it. But Meta, Zuckerberg, smoking meats, we're on all-time high price discovery breakout watch. So have your alerts set up in the 530s, so when you hear the beep, we can all together know the best performing of the Mag 7s going into price discovery, and this could turn into $600, big psychological level. think that'd be your first target if you're really breaking 530. Okay. Have in the chat for Meta, the best. Amazon, joke. I mean, they recaptured the 200-day simple moving average, barely. So your target, if they're going to keep it going, easily 177.70. That's it. There's not really an edge. Bearish convergence. No structure. Had a terrible earnings report. Gap down, got destroyed. And they're just trying to make up while the macro's been doing pretty well in the recovery. Amazon kind of lagging behind. And again, the only target you could say if they're going to keep it going is 177.70. We'll talk after that. Gap fill at 184.40. Okay. Microsoft, after rivaling that April 30th low, defending the level, the buyers have ushered in a small rally that has gotten it back above the 200-day simple moving average. Highest daily candle close confirmed since August 1st, so almost a couple week highs. Gap fill with the close not happened yet, 416, 417. If they fill that gap, then you could be looking at probably 430 to 433 for a test. I mean, it's fine. It's just, I think wherever this rally concludes, it'll be lower than this high. And that's something we'll be monitoring. Cool. Nice day for Microsoft, up 1.77%. Apple, very nice. 7-day win streak now since the crazy VIX day. Highest daily candle close confirmed since July 31st. And a confirmed close back above the kind of inflection zone, inflection point, 217, 220. There's just not much up here. That's about all we have. Because guess what? Looking left, nothing. We've never been up here before. So amongst our first times testing it, now you've broken it. Hope it continues. There's a gap to fill at 235, 234.90. But you just think you're kind of testing your luck on these green candles. Is it going to be another day tomorrow? 8-day streak green candle. Let's go. All right, Google, of the 7, the last one, the worst performer of the day, and down about everything that it had. It was up 1.15% today. After hours, it's down 0.85%. One of the only Mag 7 that are down after hours. Weird. They kind of recaptured the channel. You haven't even tested the 200-day simple moving average yet, so that's pretty cool. But no structures here. Nothing really like, oh, wow, what a beautiful setup. All you can say is like, yeah, it's pretty close to oversold. That's about it. You're just kind of oversold on Google. And so when oversold conditions occur, the price can rally. But it's most of the time with just one low, reflexive in nature, reactive, common for a retrace from a high to low, 382.618, and then it rolls over and we get a second test. And if the second test is good, then that's when more market participants around the world feel confident to believe a more pronounced rally would occur after the second local test, not the first. So that's kind of where we are on Google. And that's it. That's all I have. Yes, Google's ad revenue accounts for 85% of everything, of all the revenue, 85%. I don't know. I just tuned into live chat. What's up, everybody? We just got through the Mag 7, man. Let's go to Starbucks. That's, Jerome drinking his hot garbage on the thumbnail. They got Chipotle's CEO just in the nick of time. So what a different outcome Starbucks had from Nike on its completed M-shape. Can't believe they even gave us an effing Type 2. And it was just sitting there. And it's like, man. And there was divergence on the RSI that was incredible. And it really was pretty amazing, right? And then just show me the chart. I'll show you the news situation. Best day it's ever had. Closed up 24.5%. Highest daily candle close confirmed on Sbux since February 9th of 2024. Highest volume seen on Sbux possibly ever. Let's just say highest volume on Sbux seen since, oh, even eclipsed those candles. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's all-time high on volume today on Sbux. So highest intraday or one-day close ever. It's never done 24.5% move in a single day. So nice. Oh yeah, well, Jesus chimed Sbux harmonic. Nice. The bullish bat with a type 2 with the divergence. Amen. Well, they may not have hated their CEO, but it sure seems like the shareholders that mattered and probably the board of trustees, they probably hated the CEO. Yeah. A bullish frappuccino. There you go. That's it, man. We had a request. Let me there's so many things we look at, but let me look at that request real quick. We had like what, one request? Nice. Yeah, that's. And it was OM, some scam within a scam. I don't know if you want it on KuCoin or not. Yeah, I guess so. Mantra DAO. Oh God, dude. I mean, it could keep going, but normally ones that look like this will end up. Like if you give me enough time, I think OM Mantra DAO eventually sees 10 cents again. Yes, it loses 90% of its value from here at some point. I don't know. We get another wave up, whatever, man. You are on limited time now. Like it's a scam coin like everything else. The fact if anyone thinks that this is somehow different and it's just going to keep going and never stop, you got a lot of learning to do. You have not participated in this market very long at all to think that. These always come back down. Always. That's pretty much a certainty. Like there are not any certainties in trading except the certainty that an S coin that's gone parabolic in these trends will eventually have a corrective move that is around 88 to 99%. They all do it. It's a cycle. It's a boom, and then it's a bust. We just don't know when the bust will occur. You're working on your highest low literally ever though. Cool. Almost looks like this could be an up thrust after distribution. I don't know. Not really even distributing. It's just wow, super strong. What's up, Nick, dude? Thanks for 20. We can look at Sophie, the bank. Yeah, like they're trying to defend what was once a resistance. They're trying to defend it and hold it as support. Cool. How we do it? We get the most touches. I mean, like that. Hard to say because yeah, like they didn't. I think you just maybe it's a zone. That candle close there, something like that. So it's like if they don't hold this level 94 cents up, that means you lose 30% of your value, right? I mean, yeah, the downside potential if this thing craps out. If buyers fail, you got 32. Well, let's just say it. You have
32.33 repeating, of course.
Yeah, about Leroy Jenkins amount of downside. So a 30-year value gone if this level doesn't hold. I have no confidence to believe it will hold because it's Mantra DAO coin. So cool, yeah. Going for the highest low ever. There's nothing implying that the buyers will keep this level propped up. There's a bearish engulfing candle that is confirmed with follow through yesterday. That doesn't make me feel good at all. It's like straight up short term. Nice, up 3.62% today because Bitcoin's up 2%. They're holding it up, man. Just know what lies below you if this doesn't hold, and have your alert set up. I'll set up an alert. So when I hear the OM mantra DAO beep, I know what's about to happen. Most likely. CPI release 1 hour before New York Stock Exchange opening bell tomorrow. All right, well, let's get ready for a rip or a dip. You know. Look at those futures, right? You can see here, NASDAQ futures up marginally. Everything's kind of up. Yeah, everything's positive. I mean, Dow Jones and Russell 2000 pretty much flat, but yeah, look at that. Good recapturing of key levels, attempting that rally. Send it to heck. All right. I mean, I just have seen how many millions of these losers that have gone on these runs. It never ends well. Like this, the ending is always bankruptcy, debt. I lost all my life savings, man. Ugh. It's like same S-Coin story. It's a rerun. I've been witnessing these reruns for 6.5, 7+ years now. Ugh. Same thing. So this one's gonna eventually end. And let's just look at this. Let's just think about it for a second, okay? Don't you dare give me a Pikachu face. I can't believe this. When an asset in a matter of 210 days has appreciated in value nearly 6,000%. You are only asking to get annihilated. You buying now is, I think, one of the stupidest things you could do. 210 days, not even a year, man. 6,000%. It's over. You missed it all. Don't be a joke loser and lose your money owning this crap now. Composite Man's probably just begging you to own now. Please buy my bags now so I can sell to you at a 6,000% run, you know, after it. Just, God, like, whatever, man. But let's keep it going, dude. Maybe they run it up and attempt to rally, really get people to FOMO here, but that not good enough? 6,000%? I don't know. I don't think he was going to do anything, Chip Flipper. He just wanted to look at it. It's like, okay, so he was going to short it. I mean, there's not really right, you're trying to short tops, you're trying to short resistance as resistance. I don't know, you could short the bearish engulfing candle. Like, the only way to play this, if you were going to play one thing, which again is like, you know, bearish engulfing candle, that's it. Do we have downside? Do we have, we almost have a 3-to-1. Yeah, maybe you stop at 3-to-1, reward to risk on shorting the engulfing candle, and then the stop loss is just where the bearish engulfing candle gets invalidated is where your stop loss is. It's like, do you really want to be short on OM when the bearish engulfing candle with follow through is violated or invalidated? I don't think you do. Your argument starts becoming there could be more upside there. So only way to play it is a short. That's it. Only man's. Yeah, there you go, dude. All right, and there it is, chat. There it is. Ah, the harmony of the local on the 8s and the Jesus chimes. Let's go back to Bitcoin before we get to Sophie. We go top of the hour. We just go when we look, you know. How did we close? Nothing. I mean, follow through off the test yesterday. That's it. We have a new day. If it was a positive day of price action and we closed where we are now or higher, it would be the first level of positive momentum we've received on Bitcoin since July 30th. But we just don't know. All right. It's nebulous. At least there's Hopium. But man, we better catch follow through after this bullish back test. Otherwise, you're going to go test it again. You're just going to break it and run on down to 53.7, 54K. Yeah, dead middle of the channel. Technically closed at the heart line. I don't even know if we could say below. I think you close at it. The absolute midpoint of this channel, you're closing at it today. So, all right. 70 or 50. I mean, dude, like at this point, I think we had one. We had a poll, and it was like, will Bitcoin see 70K or 58K next? And I think it saw 70K to the cent. So the poll was right. But then it literally crashed from 70K to 49K. So it was like, cool, the majority won the poll or something, but did it really matter after what happened? So yeah. All right. So here's Ethereum. Nice nothing burger candle. Engulfing candle from yesterday still around. Maybe you have I just think like a little more upside, just a little more for a bearish back test to confirm what was once support is now resistance. They haven't done that yet. If they don't do it, then that's just disgusting. There's no edge, only bearish convergence on the daily oscillators. Just what's up, Jay, man? Thank you, dude. Appreciate
Harry
you
Potter
watching.
Obama Sonic
Seriously.
10 Inu.
Harry Potter, Obama, Sonic, Inu, Connect. Man, that thing respected the TA. I think it did it one more time, Bitcoin conference, and someone pulled up the Harry Potter chart, and I'm like, I'm about to call the cops on you for pulling this chart up. But it reversed again. There was like a bullish 3 drives at that same key level. Anyway, Ethereum. Again, it's local on the 8th, so it's like top of the hour. We just look back and kind of reiterate for seconds what I iterated at the beginning of the stream. BNB, you're okay until you fall below 502. Like, life is good on BNB. Like, you have a potential bullish setup. You're kind of technically able to manage risk appropriately here. It's just really hard to say because the uncertainty with Bitcoin, where I just don't see a world. In what world does BNB stay above $500 if Bitcoin just starts rolling over here? But if Bitcoin starts catching the follow through after that bullish back test, we're on to something. That means BNB is going probably to at least probably $600. So just there's something there. And I think it should be monitored. And someone could have a stop loss just at like 495. And then that could be the shot they're taking. Right? They violated a key level. You cannot argue with its validity, okay, of being an inflection point. Because of its historical context, how many times we've reversed there. So they recaptured that level, and now they have formally announced with price action that this level is now confirmed support again. That's what happened now, lately. I just don't know if we're just going to crap out and fall below it soon. But, it's kind of okay here. I always am going to like BNB above $500. They tried once, they tried twice. You got a pattern. Better than Ethereum. Solana closed the day below the 200-7 moving average. I think you're just starting to become more neutral now because of the confirmation distribution. 130 test again would probably be better, right? Local test once two times, then let's do it again. I need confirmation that this is real again. If we never get it, wow, that's crazy. So it's really choppy now. Yep. XRP, whatever, dude. Highest daily candle close on XRP since August 10th. But sir, it's the 13th. Closed and still above the 200 moving average. Nice. All right, let's go to Sophie, dude. Yeah, deep prayers for Alibaba. Reports earnings tomorrow. Dude, you can't get mad at me for identifying the 460-day large bullish Gartley, and now there's classic accumulation happening after that chart pattern developed. You can't get mad at me for identifying it and just providing it to you. If earnings are bad, if Xi Jinping wants Baba to fail, probably going to fail. But man, why in the world is Are we identifying structures that signify accumulation, signify a buying campaign that is ongoing by the composite operator? That's what BABA looks like to me after hitting testing all-time lows a couple years ago, whatever. So even if earnings, so I don't even care about a good earnings report. All I care about is just survive, just be a 4 or 5% move down or up. It doesn't really, it could be inconsequential in the end. You just don't know. It could be like Nike, where it's such bad earnings that it has its worst day ever and it's down 30%. It's like, oh my God. So Sophie, technology, nice wedge breakout, but then like data, right? A high, a test of resistance once, then twice, and just rolled over. And then that VIX 65, VIX spike day, you had a formal gap fill from May of 2023. No way. Somehow acted as support. You rallied, recaptured 643, and you're just sitting here. So it's like, hey man, you want to maybe set up a stop loss below like 630, go for it. Upside would be up here at 791 again. Oh, crap, hold on. Yeah, I just like it's maybe they're confirming a bottom locally here and you're at support. I have no idea if it'll play out, right? No one does. But you could take on minimal losses trying to take a chance of it maybe holding. Kind of weird though, because it's like support, rally lower high in the previous high, then it sells off and makes technically a lower low than the previous low, but they recapture in a huge spike. But it just ran into resistance twice, and then the 200 moving average is down sloping, and you rejected the 200 moving average, and this is a substantially lower high than the previous highs before it, and now you're just sitting here back again at support. It's like, it's not really like there's no forms of like true accumulation. Like it's like there's just buyers propping up a wall. Like there's a wall of buyers, that's it. It's not like, ooh, I'm seeing classic local accumulation, like three rising valleys that we look for. You're not getting that. Hard to really get behind it. There are superior technicals on a plethora of other charts. Again, like, man, I just, you see Sophie and then you're just like, I know it's complete, but BABA, it's like, wait a second. So it's like the opposite. It's like, okay, so there is a very, very beautiful 460-day large garlic. And it's like 1, and then 2, and then 3. But then 3 was reconfirming this low from March 2022 as support. And there was so much demand that you can see where it went to on the 65 VIX day. There was so much demand that the sellers could not even open the price at that support, and it got bid into immediately. So it's like, wait, 1 time and 2 times that they failed to test 73.45 again, but they already did. So like now you just had the highest daily candle close confirmed on BABA today since May 28th, just like yesterday. So it's set up like earnings could kill it. Earnings could literally make there be a Jesus candle too, where it gaps up and it's $100 tomorrow. It could also be down. It could be $63 tomorrow, right? It could get murdered, but it could also be God sent. We could get a God candle, Satan candle, incoming. I'm not sure what the IV on this one is. I don't really care. Like, it's like if we can just if you just don't get murdered and really F up the accumulation structure, all is well. Fine. Gap down to $78 tomorrow, even $76. All is fine still. Unfilled gap. Probably not going to be the highest volume. Then that gap will probably fill. Another chance to add. That's all we're hoping for. We just don't want it to get wrecked. Yeah, we just don't want a Nike on our hands. Correct. Yeah, nervous, I mean, like I own a little bit of it. I'm not levered on it. I just own some, and it's just because of technicals, and I'm okay. If it gets wrecked, I mean, it's not really gonna do much. It is unfortunate that earnings are tomorrow because this is so perfect, and it's like I could just see us waking up and we're at $90-something. dude, this thing is like, I just, hold on. You know what we could do, right? I mean, we kind of like, not much difference between this thing. We go back to, hey. Yeah, same thing, man. It's the weekly. No. Let me do it. It's the same thing, man. Almost the same structure. Hold on a sec. Hey, you can send them up. All right, thank you. I mean, 886, right? See, this is 786, so it's like in a true Gartley. And so you just had that whole three valley thing. See, this one wasn't even, highs wasn't even as great because like on the second peak, it was lower than the first peak, and that is not a three rising valleys for sure. It did have nice price action correlation to key levels though, and it's just, that is the type of structure you're looking for at bottoms. Okay, long crashes, and then all of a sudden the M shape develops, and then the accumulation after the development of the M shape, and it's like, wait, someone's ongoing, it's an ongoing buying campaign, and then you end up with that. I mean, so there's just, it just increases our probability of that positive outcome. It doesn't mean it's gonna happen. It's just, this is the best way. I mean, this is the best navigation tool of financial markets, or one of them anyway. You can go fundamentals or you can go technicals. You can do both. Okay, well then that takes out all the S coins. You can't own any S coin because there are no true fundamentals. All right, I'm live now. Hour 12 minutes. I think we have one more request, right? Yeah, Harry Potter coin. Oh boy. The old Harry Potter, man. What happened to all my data? Ah, yes. Here it is. Nothing to do. I don't like it. I don't like it. Nope. Not interested in Harry Potter coin. I get it. Someone be like, here's a low. Here's the same low, kind of in the middle of nowhere, not at the bottom of the range, not at the top. I don't think you have strong enough argument. You put in a lower high in the previous high. This high is lower than this high. Multiple lower highs now. Yeah, I would wait for 5 whatevers. It's wrapped Ethereum, so wrapped waves. Yeah, man. I mean, if it was down here doing what it was doing down, or if it was creating the M shape with the 3 rising valleys, then I'd be talking about it. It's just, it's not. And then here you had someone talked about it, and it was like, wow, that's pretty cool, but not really at the bottom. Now, currently, nothing about it is impressive. Nothing sticks out as like, oh yeah, perfect. We can just identify all the variables needed for a good high probability outcome where we can manage our risk appropriately. Yeah, I don't think you have any of that. So that's your Harry Potter. All right, this last request, Bitcoin $60,600. After formally back testing that key inflection zone as support, that is one glimmer of hopium we could smoke upon, but there's just so much work to be done, and we need some true follow-through.
Feel like I'm smoking hopium over here,
test.
but is there a slight bullish divergence on BTC 5-day RSI?
5-day, Rob? 5-day? On the RSI, I mean, it's not at the place you want to see it, but maybe, yeah. I mean, it's like diverging at the echelon of neutrality. Yeah, below 40 is the bearish control zone. So like, yeah, you're diverging in the neutral zone. Sure. Again, to me, stay above 57.5, 58.4, and everything else will work out. That's the line in the sand. That's what I'm gonna tell. That's what I tell everyone. The 57.5 is the line in the sand on Bitcoin. As long as we stay above that level, we got a real chance for a more pronounced rally to go test 63.6, 64.9. But then it's like we gotta wait and see what type of price action we're gonna receive there, because it's just as powerful of a level as the 58s, 57s. It's that old all-time high overhead resistance from April 2021. It's been regarded as resistance November 2021.
It's not you, it's the charts. Not a good time to be baking in general?
What's up, Coiner, dude? Thanks for 1337. Not a good time to be baking in general. You know, we're going for that attempted rally on the index funds. It could continue. Seems like some more gaps need to be filled. I like Meta. Meta looks like it's about to do some insane stuff. I think Tesla's trend has reversed to the upside. I think like you got enough data to actually be able to say, sir, madam, Tesla's in a bull trend now, in an uptrend, consecutive higher highs, higher lows, indubitably. So there's always a time to bake, man. Always baking. We can always bake. All right, y'all. Well, 60,800. Let's try to get a close above that, because that's very real. It's a swing low from this range right there. Right there from March 19th. Yeah, maybe March 20th. Yeah.
BTC on 3-month looks as bad as the UK streets.
Right now.
I think it's over for now. A short-lived bull run.
3-month Bitcoin chart. I mean, they're still putting up a fight. They're still really trying here, man. Like, to be real, look, you know. Like the monthly candle close from March 2021 is still, you're still above it, though you are truly below the all-time high candle close, right? I just think it's the zone. Two big levels. This is what I'm talking about. The sheer importance of this 57.5, 58.4. That's right here. Very important. Yeah, I don't think you can ever say it's over for Bitcoin until the data proves it, and you haven't broken that level quite yet. You're still just flirting with it, and we still have 18 days until this closes. What happens if we're at 70K by close? It could happen, man. We don't act like we know where something's going next. We can only attempt to identify the framework that would increase our probability of a particular outcome. That's literally it. So yes, you fall below the monthly 58,800 and we close below it, that'd be a confirmed breakdown, but there's just too much time, 18 days. Gotta wait for that. All right. Just keep your eye on the 58s, 57s. If we stay above that long enough, we are real good for possibly a run to the top of the channel, right? This is potentially a wonderful piece of data. We did get follow through on it today, but now we really got to start seeing the markup. Otherwise, the longer just kind of sizzles and farts around, we're going to go retest and probably break. So this was good. We just need more now. We need more follow through on Bitcoin after the bullet. Successful recapturing and reconfirmation of a key ice line from history, and more recently as support. So that's it. Yeah, line in the sand below 57.5. Thanks for coming out. Did we, no, we got them all. Okay. So I'll just be back. Thanks to each and every one of y'all for coming out, watching the stream day in, day out. It means a lot. And I'll just be back. Till next time, respect, T.A.